The best investment strategy in the world is boring. It takes 5 minutes to run and it beats almost every complicated system out there. And I know this because I used to be an investing advisor. I sat inside the system. I saw exactly what they teach people who manage serious money. So today, I'm going to give you the lazy version, and I promise you, this one actually works. Now, here's what I see all the time. Someone buys Tesla, they buy some hyped up AI stock, they tell their friends, yeah, I'm investing now. But the reality is, you're not. You're just trading with a better story. Because trading is trying to predict what one specific company will do next, and investing is completely different. Real investing does not require you to predict anything. And once you understand that distinction and truly understand it, you'll realize why the laziest strategy I'm about to give you is actually the most intelligent way to building wealth. Now, here's what almost nobody tells you in this industry. There are two types of investing, and you need both of them to be successful. Most people only know one of them, and that's why they never actually build some real wealth. So let me break this down for you. Type 1 is growth investing. This is where your money grows over time. You're not looking for income, not right now. You're building capital and you're thinking in decades, not days. Type number 2, and this is my favorite, this is income investing. This is where your portfolio pays you every month, every quarter, and cash comes in. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to predict anything. The asset will literally pay you just for owning it. Now listen, and this is absolutely crucial what I learned being an investing advisor. Wealthy people never choose between the two. Poor people choose between the two. Wealthy people run both of them at the same time. One stack is growing and the other stack is paying them. That's the actual system to building wealth, and here's the beautiful part. Setting both of these up in the lazy way is simpler than anything you've ever been shown before. Now for growth investing, and this is my opinion, this is what I do, you want to own a global stock market index fund, not just the S&P 500. I know everyone tells you this, every YouTuber, every finance influencer, they say the exact same thing, S&P, S&P, S&P. Because the reality is they're just parroting what everyone else says. They don't actually think, they don't actually understand how these markets move. Because here's the actual logic. 100 years ago, Britain was the most powerful, richest country in the world, and today it's the United States. Now ask yourself, honestly, who's going to be number one in 100 years time? It could be China, India, nobody knows. So why would you bet your entire investing portfolio on just one country? Now the global stock market index fund solves this completely. You own the entire world stock market, including right now a huge amount of US stocks. So if the US stays on top, you win, and if the balance shifts in 20 years, you're still covered. That's the logic. That's why it's the laziest choice, and it's also the smartest one, which all the wealthy investors actually do. Set it up, invest monthly, leave it alone, let it grow. That is investing at its purest, simplest form. Now before I move on into income investing, because this is where things get really interesting, I've made a free, completely free stock checklist in the pinned comment down below, because the hard part isn't saying, oh, I want to buy the S&P 500. The hard part is knowing where to buy. Go grab it right now. It's in the pinned comment down below, and let's move on to income investing. Now for income investing, you really have two options. Both are lazy and both are really powerful. Option 1 is a dividend stock or a dividend fund. Now this is where a company will share a portion of its profits with you for just owning the stock. Every quarter, money will hit your account. You don't have to sell anything. You didn't have to predict anything. You literally get paid for just owning the business. Now, picking individual dividend stocks can be complicated, which is why I made the free PDF in the pinned comment down below. However, there are dividend funds that will literally collect all of these dividend stocks, and you can just invest directly in that fund. It's simple and it's easy. Now option 2 is property. Atif loves property, Atif loves dividend stocks, Atif loves income really, but you're gonna say, oh Atif, I can't afford property, right? I haven't got much money. And 10 years ago that was a completely fair objection, right? But today, because of REITs or real estate investment trusts, you can now own a share of commercial property, residential property, hotels, data centers, warehouse, whatever you want all across the world for literally $1. $1 gets you into the property market. That is not a metaphor, that is real. So now you understand what the wealthy actually do. They buy a global stock market index fund for capital appreciation, and then they make their income via dividends and REITs or real estate itself. They have both streams running at the same time. They never pick between the two because that is the laziest, simplest strategy to building wealth. Now the number one reason I hear for why people haven't started investing is I don't have enough money at Atif. Let me be direct, that objection is dead. Buying a REIT, a dividend stock, a global index fund can cost you literally $1 wherever you are in the world. So even if you're investing $10 a day, $20 a day, $50 a day, it does not matter. What matters is building the habit. Because the mistake I made early on wasn't picking the wrong fund. It was waiting until I had enough money, because the reality is there's no such thing as enough money. Time in the market will always be every other strategy, every single time. The lazy strategy only works if you actually start. Two types of investing, growth and income. Global index fund for growth, dividends and REITs for income. That is the lazy system. That is how you actually build wealth. Free stock checklist in the pinned comment down below, and go check out this investing video on screen now.